So guys, a new update's dropped for Modern Warfare, but I'm just going to be covering the changes that's happened in Warzone just to keep you updated really quickly. Starting off, you're going to find that the buy station has had a slight change. Instead of moving to the right side and buying your team back, they've moved it to the same side as where you can buy everything else. A little helpful if you're someone like me who uses the shop really quickly so you don't get headshotted for standing still. Also on the buy station, the price of the loadout drop has gone up from 6,000 to 8,500. A bit of an increase to stop people buying it super quickly in the early game. So make sure you're sharing your cash between your teams so you can pick it up really quickly. A global chat has also been added to the game, so you can now enjoy all of the toxic comments people have to say while getting wrecked in the game. Adds a little bit of humor, I guess, but you can always disable this in the general menu if you're not a fan of it, but I like keeping it on because it's funny. The scope has also changed for the Warden MK2 carbine, the rarity of it. See, these are the kind of changes that they don't really tell you about, but they're just put into the game for you to find out. And another decent little update they've done is with the gas masks now. The animation to play doesn't play at the start, so if you go into the gas mask just sort of appears on your face straight away, so there's no animation sort of interrupting your aiming down sights. But when your gas mask breaks, it will do the animation, but pretty fast. The perk Amped has also got an increased reload speed for the Strela, Pillar and the Joker, so basically the rocket launchers. So now I'm going to move on to the guns that have been added. New weapons can be found on the ground and in supply boxes. Starting off, you've got the 7.25 shotgun, the gun that every single one of you hate, even me included. Although they have actually nerfed this. They've written the patch notes that tuned close-up shotgun damage to prevent a single shotgun blast from downing a fully armored player, but it says stopping powers can make this happen. Now I'm pretty sure they've added this because of the 7.25, because there's no way you'd be getting one shot with the 680, but I'm glad they've added this. So don't worry too much about someone absolutely tearing through your armor with just the 7.25 alone. And if you're new to my channel and want to see more of my gameplay guides and everything else, then make sure you subscribe to me and hit that bell to be notified of anything that I'm going to be bringing out COD related. Next, we've got the MK2 carbine, the marksman rifle. Now you're only going to find this in the grey and green rarity, which means it's not going to have a sight on the actual gun itself. For me personally, it took 3 shots just to down someone with this, and trust me, if you're trying to hit people far away, you're going to need a pretty decent aim if you're just using the iron sight alone. Next, we've got the EBR-14, another marksman rifle that's been put in it. I don't rate this gun too much. I mean, I'd rather pick up something like an M13 or a Scar instead of this. But hey, if you're someone who likes using marksman rifles, consider picking up the EBR-14. And the last gun to be added is the Desert Eagle. Now, if you land and you're not a fan of the X16 that you currently start with, then consider picking up the Desert Eagle. It will rip through people's armor and it will take down people pretty quickly, especially if you're getting headshots with this. You can take down people very fast, so don't underestimate this gun. Moving on, a new game mode has been added called Blood Money. It's guaranteed cash drops on all kills, bounty contracts and finishing moves pay extra cash. Not too bothered about game modes unless it's something completely different, but just letting you know what the game mode's about. Next, we've got a nerf that's been added to the game, which has reduced the amount of cash for averting the bounty. Now, averting a bounty is pretty much where you get a bounty put on your head and that player either gets killed or the time runs out and they don't kill you. Not really sure why they've reduced it, seeing how getting a bounty placed on you is one of the most annoying things to happen with Warzone, but they've reduced the amount of money you get for it, so that's that. Also, some other small changes that have been put into Warzone, but it doesn't actually tell you in the patch notes, but I found one of them where when you can't enter the gulag anymore and the timer goes down to the bottom, you're actually now going to get an alert on the screen letting you know it's closed instead of having to look on your map or possibly dying and getting distracted by looking at it. And another thing that Infinity Ward have actually done, which I'm not too sure why they've done this, if you're playing on console and using a controller, if you actually go into your button layout, it actually has changed to a different one. You can just set this back to default, so if you're wondering why the buttons are different, just go back and set it to default. Not too sure why this has happened to some people. They've also finally fixed that bug where people would get downed and then instantly quit out the game. You wouldn't get a kill, you wouldn't get any of their loot, and they're basically laughing in your face. So now it will count as a kill, and if someone quits out, they will drop all of their items. Let me know in the comments if I've missed anything. I'm still currently trying to look through the game to see if I can find any sort of secret, you know, like grenade launcher type weapons that they might have added. Nothing as of yet, but I will update you if I can. As always, guys, like the video and make sure you subscribe to me. I bring out daily Warzone / Modern Warfare content. And I think that pretty much covers it for the video. I just wanted to do a short video for you and not a 10-minute video explaining you everything about this update. Hope it's helped you or enjoyed you or gave you a bit of a more insight into what's actually updated in the game. But until then, guys, see ya.